Hello, my name is Octavio. I am going to talk about inventory system in this video.
The introduction. Inventory is a material that the firm obtained in advance and it holds until it's needed and then use it. Consume incorporates in a product, sells or otherwise dispose it of. A business inventory is a temporary in nature. The
Inventory stock of any kind like fuel and lubricants, spare parts and semi-processed materials to be stored for use mainly in the process of production of it can be known as an ideal
What is
resource
a
of any
inventory?
kind
A
having
physical
economic
resource that a firm holds in stock with the intent of selling it or transforming it a more value state. What is the purpose of inventory management?
how many to work together. Okay, we are going to talk about right now about the raw materials. The raw material basics inputs that are converted into finished product throughout the manufacturing process. And the other one is a work in process. Semi-manufacturing products need more works before they become finished and work good for salt.
We have allowed to more finished goods, completely manufactured products ready for salt, and supplies of these and plant materials not directly enter production but are necessary for production process and don't involve significant investment. Uh, in this part, MRO inventory spare part inventories maintains repairs and operating suppliers which are consumed during the production process and generally don't form parts of the production itself are referred to as spares for inventories. The customers usually perceive quality service as a paid of goods when they want them. Inventory must be sufficient to provide a high quality we have customer two service. Forms of demand. The first one is demand. Demand for items used to produce a final product. Tires stored at a plant are an example of a dependent item. The other one is independent demand for items used by external customers, for example, cars, computers, and here or we have a other cost that has a relationship with inventory system. One is a current cost, the cost of holding an item in inventory. Ordering cost is a replenishing inventory. Shortage cost is temporarily or permanent loss of sales when demand can be met. Continuous system. Constant amount ordered when inventory desalines to pretended level. Periodic system order placed for a variable amount after fixed passage of time.
We have a assumption of basic EOQ model. Its demand is known, constant and independent. Lead time is known and constant. Order quantity received is instantaneous and complete. No shortcut is allowed. And the next part, we have an image, the inventory order cycle. In the top, we can see the order quantitative and inventory level with the letter Q. And under this word, we have a reorder point with the letter R. And here also we have the lead time, the order placer. The lead time, the company used take it for 7 days before of the delivery.
Here we have the way for
We have the way for obtain the cost model with little formulas. The letter C is cost of planning order, annual per unit carrying cost. P is annual demand, and Q is order quantity. The second is about formulas to get the cost model.
and in this part we have ABC. The ABC is any retail organization. There are large numbers of inventory to be maintained. It isn't practical to have very strict inventory control system for each and every item. So, with the modus of having an effective purchase and store control, we implement an ABC inventory classification model known as always better control based in the inventory system. The ABC has three different letters. The first one is high consumption value. Here we can analyze that. B is medium consumption value. We can see letter C in a table consumption value. The information that we can see with ABC analysis is item stock numbers, percent of numbers of item, depend of the class. Here is we ordered the information, a graphic about the information that we see in ABC, and the inventory control. It's mean be which materials of the correct quality and in correct quantity are made available as an inventory carried with due regard the economic in storage and ordering cost. Here, the desired level of inventory can either be high or low, because high level inventory will lead to increase and carrying cost, while low level the activities of inventory will control to increase carrying cost. Include the following. The first point that we are going to see is a determination of the limits of the inventories to be held. The other one is a determination on inventory policy, selling out of investments, disbursement, and its regulation as per individually and collective requirements. In the last part, we have other point is follow up to examine. Here we can see the inventory policy and effect change as when will be a mind map or kind of square. The objectives of inventory control is to ensure smooth flow of stock, to prohibit for requirements quality of materials, to control the investment in stock, protection against fluctuating demand and protection against fluctuation in output, and minimization of risk and uncertainty, risk of obsolescence, and right now we are going to talk about purchase cost and ordering cost.
cost for items that are purchased from outside the firm. This is usually the unit price that the firm pays to the vendor. As an item moves through the logistics system of the firm, its purchase cost in the inventory analysis should reflect in falling land cost, and the other one is ordering cost. In addition to the per unit purchase cost, there is usually an additional cost which is incurred wherever we order the reorder or replenish the inventory. If we produce items internally, then there will be organization set up the cost.
And here we can see information. The store shortage cost is associated with stockout demand and cost unit. And here we have for a specific case where storage cost may exist are in back orders, lost sales, lost customer costs, and disruption. In this part, we can see the relevance inventory. The first one is a constitutive significant part of current assets. The other one, on average, inventory forms approximately 17% of the current assets in a published limited company. Here we have a FIFO. FIFO is based on the assumption that the goods that are received first are in suit first for suppose of assigning cost and not exactly for purpose or physical. And here we can see a table on information. We have date, receive, issue,